All right, what's up, Scorpio? This is Jesse with 44 Astro with another tarot reading, a general tarot reading for the full moon coming in August. It's a general tarot reading for anyone, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. But realistically, individuals that have like stelliums in Scorpio, if you have Pluto conjunct your ascendant with it aspecting anything in Scorpio, stellium is multiple conjunctions within a single sign. If you have a big stellium in your chart, you can guarantee you should watch that sign, hands down, because it's going to be very important for you. If you have a planet that conjuncts your ascendant, whatever planet that sign rules, especially if it's conjunct your ascendant and has aspects on it, especially if it's to the planet, either the house or the sign that rules that planet, you're definitely going to want to watch that sign as well. So, like for example, if you have Jupiter conjunct your ascendant, and your ascendant is, let's say, Scorpio, but you have Jupiter conjunct your ascendant, and then Jupiter is like trine Venus in Sagittarius, and guess what? And then it has maybe another aspect to something else in Sagittarius, another trine, or maybe something like that. That's going to make, you're going to basically view the world as a Sagittarius, because Jupiter is like the goggles on your ascendant, which is how you view the world or present yourself to the world. So you're going to be wearing the goggles of Jupiter. And the most important aspect in a chart are conjunctions, because that's them planets sitting on each other, which is a concentration of energy. And depending on the orb, an orb is a degree. So some people say within 8 orb or 8 degrees, it can be a conjunction, even though I consider that a very weak conjunction. I would focus on anything within 4 degrees. I would go as high as 6. But you will feel the energies probably with 8 as well. But conjunctions, that's where you want to focus your energy on your charts, because they're always going to be the most important. Conjunctions, then squares. People like to focus on trines and sextiles, but a trine is something that you're going to be good at, right? And you're going to know that you're good at it, right? And it's just going to flow easy in your life. And it could lead to something great in your life, but generally just means you're good at it. So it doesn't really when it comes around, you may do it, but you don't have to, because it's something that easy flows. So you don't really have to put anything into it. So it may not even end up being like your interest. Squares, on the other hand, is like, it's not like an opposition of square. Opposition can be balanced out easy because it's opposites, right? It's a line. So you can balance, that energy can be balanced out. But when you're trying to balance left with up, a square, it doesn't really balance as easy. And like if you look at like somebody like Mike Tyson, he has a ton of squares in his charts, but look at what Mike Tyson became and who he is. That's what that kind of energy does. Forces someone to be great. So you want to look at that kind of energy. Conjunctions do that too. And sextiles is something that you're good at, but you don't know that you're good at. So you have to work on it and learn about it, but then you'll be really good at it. And that's just a little bit of information I have. Eventually, I do want to be making some astrology videos and breaking down charts and things like that, and maybe even doing live streams and reading people's natal charts on live streams, and even probably doing like some tarot readings too. But I need to build the stream before I can do that. I don't really have many subscribers, and I'm doing tarot right now. I have a lot on my plate as it is, and I try to take time to do these videos. Hopefully, I can dedicate some more time eventually to where I can do those types of things. So I'm always going to ask, for likes and subscribes, because that's what's going to build the channel and get me to where I can do that and spend more time on this. But with all of that being said, Scorpio, this is going to be, I'm a Scorpio too, so this is going to be a tarot reading for all of us. And I have a stellium in Scorpio as well. Oh, that was the card that wanted to come right there. Well, Scorpios. I have a hard time believing this for myself. A new romantic cycle begins, unless it's with my wife of 21 years. But it doesn't mean that it can't be, right? Never say never. We could, start something new. Do something new. So, new moon in Libra, a new romantic cycle begins. For all them single Scorpios out there, or even if you're single or coupled, y'all may be like, experiment with new things. Can't go wrong with a new romantic cycle. That one to stop. Magician, right away with death. That's our card, no doubt about it. So what is the question? The death card is us. Scorpios always burn it to the ground and rebuild it regularly. So death ain't nothing to us. In general, anyway. It can be rough sometimes, but as a Scorpio, I know about burning things to the ground and rebuilding it. I've done it quite a lot in my life, especially myself. Mainly I've rebuilt. That's on the bottom, 9 of Pentacles. You can take that for what you want, opulence, having a lot of money, that kind of stuff. So let's see what the current energy is, the current question. I'm doing the thought spread. The middle will be the current question or the current situation. got the Magus or the Magician. You have the Death card, and you have the Page of Wands. So it could be a new beginning, something that you're passionate about. It looks like the Death is walking right toward the Magician, right? It's like we're creating our own transformation into something that we're more passionate about. It's like a question about what you're passionate about. I'm gonna say you because it's not good to say us, even though I am a Scorpio, because it's not really good to read for yourself. Death with the Magician. It could be death to a creation that you're trying to create, or a transformation into that kind of energy, like being ready, like finally being ready, finally feeling like you're ready, transforming yourself into the Magician because he's walking right toward the Magician, transforming into that energy. And on the other side, you got something new, right? And it's saying a new romantic cycle begins, and this can be a card of passion, no doubt about it. It's not really like a love, but it's more like a passion, like maybe even sexual or something that you're really into. And then I said a new romantic cycle begins, and then on the current path there's the Lovers immediately. So something sudden's gonna happen, and either someone's gonna find love, it's gonna ignite something new in the relationship. It could have something to do with work, like you meet somebody at work. It's gonna be something sudden though, and either somebody sudden's gonna come into your life, like a romantic partner, or something's going to change drastically within your relationship with your partner. And this full moon is all about endings. It could, I hate to say it, but that could also be the ending of a relationship and stepping into a new one. This is all about trying to balance things, specifically money, but this relationship is screaming romance. So especially with the Lovers there. And it could be something that happened with money that caused this fallout or this tower moment. And then it leads to this. It leads to a new romantic cycle, a new romantic beginning. And it could just be that, go lay down, Jenkins. It could be a new, something to do with, who you're already with. That was my dog. He likes to walk around while I'm doing tarot readings. And sometimes my cats will jump up on the desk. It's going to happen eventually. It may have already happened. I know it's happened a couple times through a couple readings. So the current path suggests a sudden change. Because, in like the Golden Dawn deck and the Thoth deck, this is called change. And even in like the Jodorowsky deck, which is Tarot Versailles, Tarot Versailles. It's like the original deck. It doesn't have quite as much illustrations as this. Is far more simple. I don't know if you know who Jodorowsky is. He's an occultist. Alejandro Jodorowsky, look him up. But yeah, it's some kind of something you're trying to balance out, some kind of change. It could be a harmonious change though, but it's something. And the Lovers can be a balanced card, but because it's new romance, it's love. It's a lover coming in. It could be something sudden that happens, man. It could be like at work. You're at work, and then like you hook up at work, and maybe you already in a relationship, so it's like, bam. Or it just happens at work, like that passion. Sometimes that passion takes over, and that's what full moon does to people, man. It brings out that lunacy. So, there's all kinds of things you can take from that because it's something sudden happening, right? And with this card here, it's like passion. You know what I mean? And it's like maybe you've been wanting to manifest this. Maybe it's somebody you've been admiring. Or it's, like I said, it could just be who you're with right now. It could just be you've been thinking about doing something specific with your partner. You've been fantasizing about something, and then bam, boom. You didn't realize that they'd be that on board with it, and they were. Or maybe they didn't even know they were that on board, or you didn't know you were that on board with it. It's possible. And the only reason I'm saying this is because it's new romantic cycle, the Tower, the Lovers, this card. It's screaming all kind of hooking up to me, and that could definitely be that with the Tower there. It's something sudden, and it doesn't have to be that, of course. It could just be like a sudden change. Something happens in your love life. This is the other path. The other path's pretty powerful too. You got the Star, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Ace of Rods. Ace of Rods is another passionate card that could be associated with physical. It can be. The Star is healing, a wish, divine guidance, that kind of thing. The Wheel of Fortune is the wheels turning upright. Some would say it's good luck, and it could be. But it could just be the wheels turning and things happening the way they're supposed to happen. That's generally what it means. It's like guided or destined. So like even what happens over here, This is, I think, with the Wheel of Fortune over here, this other path, I think it may happen anyway. You may be guided over here. I don't know for sure. This is like healing, or divine guidance, or like a wish. And if it could be a wish, and it's like, your wish is our command. You know what I mean? And that wish could be something physical. And like, if you're wishing for that physical, I mean, ain't no time like the full moon. Like I said, they don't call it lunacy for nothing, because it's lunar, like the moon. And let's just say us people, we get a little crazy around that full moon. I mean, let's just say the passions run high. I'll say that for sure. I mean, whatever the wish is, you may very well get it. Especially if it's around love. You may very well get it. This is the advice. Got a King of Pentacles, a Knight of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. This is like kind of like a, be smart about your money. Like, or it could be that this individual is somebody that's like an earth sign, or someone that's like, very materialistically oriented, for sure. Like, could be somebody of a lot of means, could be somebody wealthy, whoever this is, male or female, doesn't matter. It could be an earth sign. Or, earth signs are notorious for having money, or at least wanting to have money. So if it is a love reading and it's saying a new romantic cycle begins, I could say you could argue that it's an air sign or somebody like this, but it could be a combination of the earth and the air, right? It could be somebody that's very material well off, but also extremely like intelligent, quick-witted, funny, that kind of individual. But he's running toward this, and that's advice, right? It could just be saying be smart about your money too. That'd be the advice. Maybe don't go out and have too much fun, whatever this individual is, or with whatever you're doing. Especially if it's somebody you meet at work. So like, if you meet him at work, especially like if you're hooking up with your boss, you probably should be careful about that. Missing business with pleasure can be dangerous. Not saying that's what it is. It could just be that somebody, it's like a earthy, airy individual, somebody with a lot of means, or it could be that you have a lot of means. And then like this Knight of Swords is running straight toward the person with the money. So I mean, and the dude with the pentacle over here doesn't care because he's already got all his money. He's opulent. He's just sitting there like, I already got it. And the Knight of Swords is like, right at the dude with the money. Or maybe it's saying, don't be so stingy. Go out and have a good time. Be more like this. And that's where you're going to meet them. I'm not promoting going out in a bar or anything like that, but just whatever it is you like to go do and have fun. Cut a little loose. Especially if you're looking for love, you might have to kind of put a little effort in. But it looks like whatever it's going to be sudden. It's going to be sudden and hard-hitting. Woo woo. This is the outcome. The outcome's got love in it again. So whatever this is, even if it's hard-hitting, it's going to be love. It's going to be the real thing. I mean, a lot of times, let's say you have a one-night stand. You might be like, oh, man, and you kind of feel crappy about it. But I think it's going to be okay. I think that if it is something like that, if it is something sudden, I think it's good. I don't think it's bad at all, because you got this here. I think it's going to be love. You got the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Wands. Could be somebody else's boyfriend or girlfriend, because like this may cause some squabbling wobbling. Could be like it's a fire signs person, like a fire signs girlfriend or boyfriend, and they go for you, Scorpio. And then this causes this, but whatever, because you got this. Or you've got to get through this kind of energy to get to the cup, right? This guy right here, especially if you have fire in your chart, and Scorpio's the fiery water. That's what we are. So I mean, like he's riding away from the squabbling. So he's riding away from it. And if you ride away from the squabbling and rise above that of the petty crap, that's where the love is. So like maybe people are gonna be talking about it. They know you hooked up, or maybe you're at this new relationship with someone, and they're like blah 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 blah, but they're probably just jealous. Ignore it. It's fine. They probably just mad it ain't them. So let them squirm. Because it looks like it's supposed to be, and it's meant to be. I mean, the wheels are turning. New romantic cycle. I mean, that's the reason I'm going so heavy into love is because the new romantic cycle and the lovers is here. So like, it's what's got to be, and the Ace of Cups. I mean, it's got to be. And like, and as a Scorpio, the Death card going toward the Magician. I mean, it's like you're creating it, you're wishing for it, it's coming. They always say be careful what you wish for, but I mean, if you're wishing for love, I mean, like, I think you're gonna find it. So I think it may be real sudden. One thing I can think of is real sudden is right there. We want to see that tower right there. Success, the sun, the tower on the tower. Okay, well, shit. Got the tower twice, so it's definitely gonna be sudden. I just hate to say it, and that's the sun card in this deck. See? And there's 2 naked individuals on it, just a heads up. If you can see that. You can do it. See it? It's 2 naked people, just a heads up. Yeah, you could say they're angels, maybe 2 people. They actually look like butterfly wings. And there's like a caterpillar wrapped around it. So I mean, like, and it's got all the signs of the zodiac around it. Yeah. And it's saying success. I mean, this 6 of Pentacles is just straight success, right? That's what it is. So whatever this is going to be, and it's the tower again. So it could just be sudden success, right? Sudden success and love. I mean, with the sun there, like, it's like you being in the spotlight. Maybe something happens for you amazing, and like it paints you in this light, and like it's like spotlight's on you, and then like here comes all the suitors. Everybody's trying to get a piece. Everybody, for whatever reason, maybe you come into a lot of money, and if that's the case, they're just gonna be running at you, all of them. You gotta be careful in those kind of situations. If you come into a lot of money like that, I mean, everybody's gonna have a sob story for you, and everybody's gonna be trying to get something from you. But within there somewhere, you're going to find the person that you want. I mean, it may just bring in so many suitors. I mean, like, you might have everything you want to choose from. It's hard to say, though. It could just be that whoever this person is going to look at you in that way. The spotlight's going to be on you. Like I said, there's 2 little naked butterfly people on there. So, And it's a transformation as well, right? Because, the cocoon to a butterfly. The caterpillar to the butterfly. And with the Death card there, that's transformation. I mean, those 2 things are synonymous. With that card wanted to come out, but I'm drawing 3, so kind of curious what this wish is over here. Might give me some kind of idea of what's going on here. The tower twice on the tower is like, it's coming, like sudden, like lightning. Something drastic's gonna happen. All right there, huh? Queen of Wands, the Emperor. Knight of Cups. See, with all these people cards, the court cards, it's like you look at with a wish card and the Wheel of Fortune there. It's like you're wishing for people, and it could be you're wishing for suitors, right? If it's love, it could be that. It could be this is what you're wishing for, right? You want a strong man or a strong woman, because like that's a strong woman, that's a strong man. This is a sweet man, but equally strong, right? So maybe you want some combination of all this. You want somebody that's got it all together, but you want somebody that's also passionate, and you want somebody that's in touch with their emotions. I mean, that's like, who doesn't want that? I mean, straight up, we all want that. Man or woman, that's what you want. Everybody wants that. Somebody wants that kind of individual, and it definitely could be what it is, right? Because Emperor, man, they're the boss. And I mean, like I said, it could be, if you hook up with your boss at work, I mean, it could also lead to success. I'm not saying go do that, but it's like, hey, a raise. No, I mean, I don't necessarily want to go do that. I'm not promoting this kind of stuff. I'm just reading what the cards say. But whatever it is, it's going to be love, because then the outcome is this. So I mean, like it's love, and you got the lovers here too. And it could be that, like I said, whatever it is that you're doing for work, or that you end up being so successful at, it brings you into love. Whatever that thing is that you became so successful at led you to whoever this individual is. And it looks like, that's who you're wishing for. And you're wishing for like this, this is like a perfect, it's like, it looks like, I mean, I hate to say a man because like the man's in the middle, right? But I mean, it could be man or woman, right? Because it could be male or female watching this. But an emperor type individual, somebody's got all their stuff together. They know what's up and they're confident and they got their stuff together. And this is a similar type energy, but feminine. And then this is the sweet energy that goes with it, like being in touch with your emotions, but also having everything you need materially and being passionate, So definitely could be the case, and it could be a boss at work, right? Could be a water sign hooking up with a fire sign. I mean, Scorpios are water signs, so like, and it would not surprise me that it wouldn't be a fire sign. And then people, this fire sign maybe maybe a lot of people wants this fire sign, maybe a very successful fire sign. So everybody's like talking trash and squabbling, but the fire sign chose you, or whoever this passionate person is. I mean, haters gonna hate. Ain't nothing you can do about that. Nope. It's definitely somebody. It's either you're gonna be really successful, and then they're all gonna be coming for you, or you're gonna find somebody that's really successful. And it's gonna be sudden. Either way, it's sudden. This is the outcome. So I'm trying to see here. It definitely could be at work. There would be somebody from work, or something that happens at work, because you got the 10 of rods here, which would suggest work. You got the Prince of Wands, and the Prince of Swords. So that's like mental and passionate energy, and hard work, and that's over the outcome, which is love. But I mean, it could just be that you have to get your mind and your heart in the right place, for this Ace of Cups. I really had it on the five of Wands there. Like, it could just be people squabbling at work, too. You know what I mean? Definitely could be. Because, if you worked harder than everybody, and then you get what you deserve, and they're all griping and moaning, that ain't on you. Y'all should have done y'all's part. Y'all should have worked hard, too. Y'all should have took the effort, made the effort, And that's the same thing when it comes to love, right? These people are squabbling because they didn't take the effort. They didn't put in the work. It's funny. Sometimes you just got to take a risk. And then, suddenly it's like, boom, you took the risk and bam, sudden changes, big changes. That's super interesting. Anyway, that's all I have, Scorpio. Please consider liking and subscribing, leaving a comment. Like I said, I'm trying to build the channel. I want to start doing live streams and maybe doing some natal chart readings and things like that, but I need to get a lot more subscribers before I can dedicate that kind of time to doing this. Right now it's just going to be the tarot readings until I build it up, and it may take a little while to do that, but hopefully I even can. But anyway, thank you for being here, and like I said, please like and subscribe if you're willing, and leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you, and I really hope to see you here again. Bye-bye.